All right, so that's three pretty big games to play. The first of was against Tottenham here in the league. You can see we picked up a big win in this one, getting a 2-0 victory, I believe, up against a 2-1 victory, up against Spurs. Where Brendan Johnson scored a goal up against his former team. Luckily for us, they did not celebrate with tie winner 1-1 for us. Came off the bench to score a winner late on to get us the 3 points against Tottenham. We then brought in Ori Oscarson, the young Real Sociedad talent, the outstanding talent, to come into the team, be a third choice striker in the team. As you'll see here in a second, this make an instant impact in this game against Liverpool in his debut. Chris Wood scoring it to make it 2-0, to make it 1-0, sorry. But Ori Oscarson alongside our youth academy talent Louis Slater there, combining to get the second goal in this game to get us the 3 points again against Liverpool, who we've been pretty good against in the series. But however, up against Arsenal, despite both teams having a multitude of big chances, as you can see by the highlights here, we had to settle for a 1-1 draw, as you see here in a second. We scored a goal there to make it 1-0. And after that, James Trafford made some incredible saves for us in this game. But unfortunately, despite his heroics, we did end up conceding in the 90th minute here, as you'll see, to make it 1-1, with Jonathan David coming in and scoring the goal there to make it 1-1. Let's get into today's episode and hopefully win our first trophy. And to kick off today's episode here, we're going to take on Manchester City here. They're currently at the top of the table, 6 points ahead of us. Despite us being undefeated, we're second in the league. I can see a few points ahead of Liverpool. We are 6 points ahead of them. So hopefully we can win this game to crew proper Man City here. And after this game, we face Arsenal in the Carabao Cup final to hopefully win ourselves our first trophy of this series. And we'll get into that game after this one at the Etihad Stadium. We're going to go to, are we at home actually? Is it at the City Ground? I think we're actually at home in this game against Man City. But let's get into this one. And you suggested that we start Oscarson in the first team. And for this game, Oscarson will be on the bench. I'm definitely going to have him on the bench for this game. I do want to have Chris Wood in the first team for this one. I might even take Louis Slater with us for this one. We'll put Milinkovic on the bench for Morato. And I might drop Ryan Yates and bring Louis Slater. That's not what I wanted to do, but we'll do that. Then we'll do that as well. But Louis Slater comes into the team. I could also play... I'm just trying to do this so it's rotated the best way possible. It's doing everything I don't want it to do. There we go. I could also play Trafford for this game. I do feel like we need to play Matt Sells in this one. Reason being a higher rated goalkeeper when I play him in this game. Let's get into this one and hopefully pick up a big 3 points against Man City. Go 3 points behind him in the league and hopefully continue fighting for the Premier League title. If we do lose this game, I do feel like the Premier League title is going to be out of the question, and we need to just focus on then winning the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, and maybe the Europa League as well. We need to give up on the Champions League, on the league. If we don't win this game, how we can play. Usually we play some quick, fast-flowing football, but in the run we're going to have to slow it down a little bit, and that's going to be a good interception there from Marquinhos, who does his intercept, plus he's going to be a hard defender to beat due to that play style. There's Jack Grealish up against Nico Williams, who's had a great season for us, the Welsh right-back. Great defender from Muller there. Now Eddie Anderson. Into Gibbs White. Just no way through. Rodri intercepts. We get the ball back there. Gibbs White is down injured, so hopefully he can get back up and is completely fine. But an opportunity here. Hudson-Odoi. But Ruben Diaz intercepts it. We hopefully can work it forward. Danilo's run off his injury. Love to see it. But Hudson-Odoi here is hopefully through. I think he's onside there. Hudson-Odoi is offside. It's a good pass into Danilo, but City just about kept him offside there. That even happened. He made the challenge and somehow got further away from the ball than the play that he challenged for the ball. Danilo here, saw the ball off Haaland. Chris Wood, towards the door here. I think it's Rico Lewis. Good move by him there, but the ball is kind of dragged back by the rain. Now Gibbs White here. Good turn by him. Chris Wood, good move. Chris Wood, first time across goal. That's a great goal there. And Chris Wood, the experienced striker who's been the same for us in this first season here, puts us 1-0 up, and that move there by Gibbs White was incredible. Turning around and playing that ball through. A perfectly weighted pass there by Gibbs White, the captain. Laid it off there to Chris Wood, who on his left there. Ain't going to miss, beats Magnon in goal, and puts Nottingham Forest 1-0 up here in this game. And this game could go a long way to decide who wins the Premier League title this season. So if we win this game, we go 3 points behind them. If they win, they go 9 points ahead of us in the league. So it's a big game to win for either team. So there are many games left of the season left after this game, but games like this go a long way to decide who wins the title by the end of the campaign. And City here have the invincibility of the kickoff, but that's going to be a free kick, hopefully for us. Yes, it is, but I'm not sure why the game doesn't let you play on. A lot of room on the left hand side, but Haaland's through here. Haaland v Sells here. Sells, good save. And Aina thankfully can get there, and that's going to be blocked by Aina again there. Well, it's a great ball through here to Alanga, actually. We're going to focus on this. Chris Wood. Ball into him. I knew that was a bad idea. There was a second I went for it, and I should have kept running there with Alanga. Here's Phil Foden up against Ola Aina. He's done well there. Ball to the edge of the box here. Kovacic's volley there, wide to the post. Bernardo Silva. Oh, it's a great ball through to Haaland, but why did he pass that? Why did the AI in this game make Haaland pass that? Why did he not just take a touch and run forward? It's an ultimate, you know what I mean? Like, Bernardo Silva making a run here. Eddie Anderson, good interception there. Hudson-Odoi skips Rico Lewis, puts the ball through his legs as well, I believe there. And Chris Wood. And hopefully get a bit of space in the box here. On the volley, Magnon. The spike coming out there, so makes that save. Nice done well there. Foden still coming forward. Ball back here to Ilkay Gundogan. Bernardo Silva, that's a great steal there, but by Marilla there to stop them from getting a good opportunity there to shoot. Now Hudson-Odoi has had a great game in this one up against Rico Lewis. It's gone through again here. Love that from him. Now Chris Wood wins the header, but Magnon, great save. No, good opportunity for City to break here. Foden. Diamande, what a challenge though. He had to make that challenge and win it. Now here goes Luis Slater up against Rico Lewis. Has been such a great talent for us in this series since we found him a couple of episodes ago. He's made some great goals and got a couple of assists for himself, but Luis Slater has done great there. But Rico Lewis stops and there's just nothing on for me there. I kept trying to look for the cross, but it just wasn't on. Good interception there by Aina there, stopping Foden from getting forward. Somehow got through here despite two challenges that should have been made. So good save. Work it around here low. And here's Luis Slater. Good turn by him. Slater here has room to go through. Can he score against City? No, he can't. It's a good effort, but I feel like he should have scored. It's good interception there. Good defending. Now we can turn and get that ball to Alanga. Hopefully, yes, he can. Alanga now back to Constantelias. Back to Alanga here. The ball is overhit, but Alanga's going to get there. Ball into Oscarson, back to Luis Slater, who shoots, but it's blocked. Second attempt, he can't get to. Marquinhos saves City there. Avoid here. City here late in the game. Last chance for them to get a point here. And somehow got the ball through. I knew it. It was so obvious that this was going to happen. I don't even know how to got that ball through there to Rodri. As hard as Nico Williams not getting the ball, Diamande doesn't block it. Souls has made a save. That just was three things that should have been happening there. A save should have been made probably there by Souls. Diamande should have got the ball. Nico Williams should have got the ball. It's a very, very disappointing draw. We deserved the win. City in this game did nothing. Attacking wise, they had 7 shots, yes, but none of them were goal scoring opportunities really, to be honest. But a draw in the end is what we take, and City now sit a few points ahead of us in the league still. And maybe we have to focus on winning the cup competitions and also the Europa League, because I feel like the Premier League title this season is not going to be able to be won by us unless City fall off. I don't think we've got a chance of winning in this one, because City are just too good for us to beat. Despite us being undefeated in the league, somehow we probably aren't going to win the Premier League title this season. Alright, so before we get into the Carabao Cup final against Arsenal, I thought I'd show you this youth academy talent we have found here, and mainly because of his name. I'm not going to say it for obvious reasons, but what in the world is this name? Like, how is that? I can't say that. You know what I mean? I just can't say it. Not because it's hard to pronounce. It's very easy to pronounce. It's just, I just thought I'd show you. But by the way, the youth academy, by the way, is looking pretty good. And so we've got some good wingers here and some decent defenders. We've got Enzu here from, obviously, the same nation as well. Obviously, a short defender, but obviously he's going to grow as he gets older as well. So hopefully, he also can play left back as well. So the height isn't awful, but we've got a pretty good youth academy currently so far. So we did find Luis Slater for the youth academy, and we do have a couple of young talents there. I am training this guy, by the way, to be a right wing due to him being left-footed. We do have a bunch of... We're not finding any right-footed wingers. So pretty much everyone we find is a right wing. You know what I mean? Because they are left-footed, so I've pretty much converted quite a lot of them to be right wingers, but let's get into the game against Arsenal here in the Carabao Cup final and hopefully win to see ourselves win our first trophy in this series. And for the Carabao Cup final here, we're going to play Trafford in goal. And also for this game, I'm going to put Eddie Anderson onto deep line playmaker. Because I think I did have him at the start of the series off with, but I switched it to holding for a game and I just forgot to switch it back. So he's going to be on deep line playmaker for this game. And hopefully he can do well. As in the past couple of series, we've had a deep line playmaker and a holding CDM. It's been a pretty good thing for us in the team. And let's get into this one. Obviously, Trafford as a sweeper keeper as well. Going to play him on that one for this game instead of having on goalkeeper and see how that does for us. As a goalkeeper's actually pretty good for us. My first time actually testing our goalkeeper in this game, but I usually just have sweeper keeper. So I do prefer having a sweeper keeper in the team. A goalkeeper that can come out and get the ball. And that's what Trafford is. Let's get into this one here and hopefully win our first trophy and see Gibbs White lift us the Carabao Cup trophy in this game. I would like to beat Arsenal quite comfortably in this game because obviously last episode they did exactly what Man City just did to us a few moments ago by being the worst team all game and then, well, not really being the worst team all game, having some decent chances but not being the best team in the game and then getting a point out of it. That was meant for Chris Wood, but Alanga's going to win the header, but head it straight away to Martinelli. Love to see it. There's Jonathan David Amande scored that goal against us last episode. That's a good challenge there from Diamande. Oh, love that there from Hudson-Odoi. Danilo getting forward as well, but there's Chris Wood in the box. So Chris Wood hopefully can win the header and get the header on goal. Yes, he does, but he hits the post with his header. It's a good attempt, but you feel like a striker of his quality should be scoring there. Jonathan David, it's a good pass set into Saka, whose shot is saved there by Trafford. Going to be here by Arsenal. That's a good challenge from Diamande. They're stopping, I think Saka from getting a shot away there. And that gives White here driving forward with the ball here. He's got Hudson-Odoi to aim for, where he's gone to Chris Wood. That's what I wanted to do there. He can lay it off into Hudson-Odoi here. Hudson-Odoi to make it 1-0. He shoots and he scores. Callum Hudson-Odoi scores to make it 1-0 in this game. It's a great finish there from him. He's had an incredible season for us in this team. He's such a good left winger in this team. He's always been a great player for me in career mode over the years, but Hudson-Odoi here is coming into his own like he is IRL for Forest in this series. Is doing the same. And Chris Wood, despite being fouled after playing the ball through, got the assist and Gibbs White, as captain, is going to lift the trophy if we do win this game. Hudson-Odoi scores here to make it 1-0. They will do so. And here we go, Trafford. There's the sweeper keeper coming into play. Attempting to do so in this game. But here is an opportunity for us. Chris Wood. Oh, that's great. Patience there, Chris Wood. To make it 2. Raya, good save. By him, the Canadian doing great things here. For Arsenal, here's Bukayo Saka now. And Saka driving through. And that's a great challenge from Murillo and Trafford, hopefully. And does so, gets the ball there. Dash chance maybe here. Alanga. It's been quiet this episode so far. Alanga does well here. Alanga still has the ball. He turns, lays it off to Chris Wood. Chris Wood, finesse shot blocked, and just doesn't get to the ball after that, and that's going to be half time. Jonathan David, shot from range there, saved by Trafford. Jonathan David, linking up well here with Odegaard. Ball through to the captain, and Trafford, what a save, and hopefully, he doesn't actually, we can't get it clear. Shot taken, side net in there. Back to Alanga, love to see it. Calafiori tracking him down, he beats him. Alanga here to make it 2, and he's done so. We take a 2-goal lead in this game, which is needed because, as we saw against City and Arsenal last episode, we are susceptible to conceding a late goal in the games. And thankfully, we do score a second here. Arsenal probably should have scored in this game by now, but Travis made some great saves. They've been pretty good defence. The Calafiori challenge there. Should have done better there, to be fair, but Alanga does well to score. And we're tuning it up here and on track to win our first trophy in this new era of Nottingham Forest. And proving that we're not just a team that's having a rise, we're a team that's going to stick around at the top. Better in 5 seasons at Arsenal by winning a trophy here. Lovely play, Alanga to make it 3. That was great football. And we're just gritting on the grave of Arsenal here at Wembley. We take a 3-0 lead now in this game. They've had a collapse here later on. We'd love to see it. And we have the lead in this one. A great assist there by Hudson-Odoi and a great finish there by Elanga. There's great play all around there from the team. Great passing play to get the ball forward. And Elanga finishes it off there. And you know what? Let's bring on Oscarson to see what he can do in this game. And I might also bring on Luis Slater for Hudson-Odoi, give him a run out in this one. His first trip to Wembley, let's see what he can do instead of Hudson-Odoi. I would take off Gibbs White, so he is the captain. And the man we need to see lift the trophy. And Declan Rice gets a yellow card for the challenge you put in here on Hudson-Odoi in the build-up. Martinelli here, ball in to Saka. Interesting play here by Arsenal. Ødegaard, Jonathan David. Back to Ødegaard, shot taken, deep man there blocks, and Trafford here can get the ball out. Hopefully, yes, he can. Anderson got one the header. Ødegaard shot blocked. David here still with the ball. Marino shoots sorry, and Trafford good save. Good steal there by Anderson. Elanga here, as he's playing for a hat-trick in this game. And he could get it here, maybe here. Oscarson. Lovely play there, gets it through to Elanga here for the hat-trick. He misses though. 4 goals. Oh, here's Jonathan David. The match score one here though with the Canadian going through. And he somehow missed there. I don't get how they haven't scored in this game, but Arsenal denied there by the post. There's Luis Slater though. Lovely pass through to Oscarson. He's made the run. He has standing young talent here. Can't get the shot away, but lays it back off here. Luis Slater, finesse shot by him. And if the pass didn't go to Gibbs White there, I feel like we have a chance at scoring, because the pass there was meant for Luis Slater, but it went to Gibbs White for some reason. And that ruined the whole flow of the attack there. But the game should be done here in a second. And Forest about to be crowned champions of the Carabao Cup here. And yes, we are. A 3-0 win over Arsenal. And a great performance all around. Trafford made some great saves, keeping us in the lead in this one. But overall, we were incredible in this game. Elanga with a hat-trick, Hudson-Odoi with a goal and I believe 2 assists to his name in this one. He played great. And we deserved this win here. We deserved the trophy as well. We were the better team in this game. And Arsenal were unlucky not to score, to be honest, but we were the better team and deserved a win. And Forest here are going to win the Carabao Cup. It's not the biggest trophy, but it's a trophy nonetheless. And it's something to show at the end of the season that we are here to be on the rise. It's the second in the Premier League. We're in the Europa League. And we're also looking to win the FA Cup as well. And Gibbs White here, as the captain of Nottingham Forest, is going to get to lift the Carabao Cup here. And in Nuno, I believe he's been Forest manager for maybe 2 or 3 seasons. He has one more now in this series than Arsenal have with Mikel Arteta in 5 seasons. And Gibbs White here lifts the Carabao Cup. And what a win that was for this team. And a statement to show that Forest are back. Alright, so that's what I call it for the end of today's episode, in which we obviously won the Carabao Cup and we played some great football in the games with the players. The next episode will be a big episode. We try to advance further in the Europa League, the FA Cup, and try keep pace and Man City at the top of the table in the Premier League. If you're going to enjoy the episode, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Whenever 2,000 subscribers, I hope getting there is greatly appreciated. And also check out the Ultimate Team content and post there. On the show, did a few pack openings for Team of the season so far. Want to check them out, feel free to do so. And obviously also the other Chroma content you can check out on the channel as well. A bunch of other series and other things like that, and reboots, etc. So again, drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the episode. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.